The book of Exodus describes a climactic moment in the life of the people of God, their deliverance from slavery in Egypt by the mighty hand of the Lord. The population of Israel in Exodus is the fulfillment of God's promise to Abraham in Genesis 12, 1 through 3. These people, whom God had called as his chosen ones, and their descendants serve as a central focus throughout the remainder of the Old Testament. The first section of Exodus describes in glorious detail the way that God prevailed over the greatest world power at that time, the nation of Egypt. Through his miraculous might, God demonstrated his supremacy over the false gods of the nations and the sinful hearts of kings. The Hebrew people continuously recounted the wonders of God's might throughout the book of Exodus, and in fact still celebrate this deliverance today. The second half of Exodus outlines the law of God, given as a benevolent gift of grace by a personal God to his chosen people. They represent his unique nature and character, demonstrating that God is righteous, holy in all things, rightly deserving of the worship of those whom he has saved. The book ends with the completion of the tabernacle, which stands as the center point of their encampment and the central place of worship for God's people throughout their journey in the wilderness. The book of Exodus portrays Moses as a God-ordained redeemer of the people of God. For this reason, he serves as a type of Messiah, a precursor to the one who was to come, Jesus Christ. Like Moses, Jesus would serve in three roles: as a prophet, communicating God's word to the people; as a priest, making it possible for humankind to worship God rightly; and as a king, leading the people from slavery into safety. The historical events of this book, such as the Passover, prefigure the atoning work of Christ for the sins of his people. Christ is the perfect sacrifice, the fulfillment of the Old Testament law, and the one who breaks the shackles of sin and delivers his people forever. Fear not, stand firm, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will work for you today. Exodus 14:13.